Hey guys, today we're gonna have a look on how to build this dust collection system because the manual sucks.
Welcome, this is Tom from Woodworking and today we're gonna assemble the Sheerwood 2 horsepower dust collector. Guys, this thing is a monster. Literally and also from the specs. It features a 1500 watt motor and provides 1500 CFM. This is the last model that you actually can run in your home shop without upgrading your electronics, so it runs on 240 volts. So we unboxed our dust collector and be careful guys, it's quite heavy, especially the motor has about 30 kilos. I hope you enjoyed these sound effects brought to you by Woodworking. Our whole unit is gonna be on wheels, so our first step in this build is to mount the casters onto the base plate. But the first issue there is already that the manual actually tells you to use the wrong screws. So it's telling you to use the hex screws, but please use the Phillips bolts for that, because the hex screws will not fit.
Done. And done.
So the next step is to mount this support bracket onto the engine. This will have to be done before we mount the engine onto the base plate.
Jesus Christ, that thing is some shit to take.
Yeah guys, this thing is heavy, so if you have a second person helping you, that would be fantastic. If you don't, do it like me and swear a lot. Now we are using those hex screws that have been mentioned in the previous step and mount the engine onto the base plate. You do not need any nuts for that because the base plate actually is threaded. Guys, you need your own tools though, nothing is provided by Sheerwood except some Allen keys. Now we're fitting the packing, which is the rubbery finger, and then we are mounting the outlet on top of it, and we're using the long thin bolts with the fitting nuts. So we're tightening that up so everything is nicely sealed. Next, we are mounting the support poles for our collector. We're using again the same hex screws that have been provided that can be threaded into those holes, so you don't need any nuts. Now to mount the collector, it would be great to have a second pair of hands, but as demonstrated here, you can do it by yourself. It is a little bit fiddly as you can see, but you can mount it one at a time, just hold it up and then just screw in one screw at a time. And we're using the same hex screws that we have used previously, just use those ones you have most of. So we are mounting here the upper bag support. It's the same screws that you have used already, so don't tighten them up like I did. Just leave them a little loose and then tighten up the upper bag support. That is extremely fiddly, so that took me quite a while to actually figure out by myself. If you're a second person, again a second set of hands, makes life so much easier. Now we're connecting those two parts together with our hose, and we are putting the hose clamps first on our hose and then we push it over the connection bits and tighten it up with a normal Phillips screwdriver. Okay, now here you are supposed to mount the handle, but it doesn't tell you that in the manual, so just mount it here. Because you can see I had to take off the filter bag again before and then mount the handle. Now the filter bag is super easy to put on, just hang it into the support and then secure it with the belt. I was struggling a little bit with the collection bag. You have to hook it into those brackets on the side and then secure it with the belt. It was a little bit fiddly, but in the end I got it done. We are mounting the inlet on the collection hole, and that was our last step. Look at the final product, looking amazing, and this is how it works. I would say this product doesn't suck at all, but it sucks amazingly. Thank you guys for watching, I appreciate you. If you are keen to watch something else from me, click on this video. I'll see you next time.